side over about to 110th Street West, and then it goes as far over as about 185th on the west side. And you can see the high power transmission line is that bar across the middle, and the SCE Whirlwind substation up at the top. That little dotted line will be new transmission lines that we use to connect all of this power. And you can see the different arrays. So we've got quite a few. And as I mentioned before, the AVSP1 and AVSP2, that's the differentiation of color there. And then we'll have a few substations. And then on the, the south side, West Avenue B is our farthest we head out, and Rosamond Boulevard on the south side. That I'll go through, and then I'd be happy to entertain questions from the crowd if you guys would like. Also with me tonight, I've brought Brooke Valiente. She's the community relation representative here locally, and then we also have representatives from the owners as well. We have both Dawn Grafton as well as Paulette Rush. Okay, so next slide. Oh, thank you very much. So this is just a little bit about the structure. There's a few different companies that are involved, and sometimes I find it a little bit confusing, so I just wanted to clarify the roles in the project first. So Mid-American Solar is the project owner. They purchased the project and will own it for the duration. SunPower is the EPC contractor, so that's engineering, procurement, and construction. So we make panels. We also design the plant. And then we're overseeing the building of the plant, and we'll also have an operations contract with Mid-American. So then underneath us, we have several subcontractors. So we've got a main civil subcontractor, which is Mortensen Construction, the electrical subcontractor, Rosamond, as well as another electrical subcontractor, Cupertino Electric.
We were contacted by the wind and solar the same day, back in, I think it was 2010. That they were going to be our new neighbors, and it's not the same solar company. Everything that you said you don't do, this solar company is doing. Everybody I spoke to is very nice, but they came out there. I have my tax bills. When they came out there, the value of my home was $166,412. They rezoned our area. Sorry. To farming, and it's industrial. It's the rezoned to farming. My house value went down to $82,932. I own way more on my house than my house is worth. It didn't make sense. We tried to fight, and everybody compared us to the David and Goliath, but I didn't have the money. We weren't strong enough to win. So we had to give the house back to the bank because it didn't make sense to pay on a house that wasn't worth it. We wanted to sell the house anyway, but we definitely didn't want to be out there when they came out there. And luckily, from the generosity of my mother-in-law, she's going to take my husband, myself, and our 10 children into her home. And that's where we're going to stay, but they devalued our house. We asked them, please, will you buy our home? They would not. They said, they were very kind, but they said, we don't need your house. We are being subsidized by the government, and we are making a lot of money, and we do not need your house. And so Ariel left me to come here to please tell the story. And this is about all we have of our fighting, and we finally gave up and stopped saving everything. And here we are.
Talk about the basements.
Which ones?
And the threats.
Oh, well, the solar company that came out there actually asked for us to sign over the rights to our dirt road. We said, no, we're not going to do that. The man who actually bought the property for the solar company, Greg Lansing, threatened us. And we went to Olaf, and Olaf helped us. He wrote a letter to stop his threats so that he wouldn't take our dirt road that I take to take my children to the bus stop. And we were able to stop that, but we weren't able to stop them from doing the solar right down the street from me. This is I'm 7202 Dawn Road. The solar is Recurrent Energy, and they're on 70th Street West to 60th Street West, and they are from Dawn Road to Favorito.
I'm Nancy Rankin, I'm her neighbor. I live at 7226 Dawn Road, and we also received threats because we did not sign over our easement right. And it is Recurrent Energy. It is not the lady who has been here tonight, who sounds like she would be a good neighbor, and they are not.
And I really feel for this lady because I know this for 2 years. We've been working with solar companies on the LA County, because I have a ranch on the other side also. And we went through the same thing. We had a strong town council who fought back. We hired Olaf to help us. We won. We fought them. We told them what we wanted as a community. They listened. But you have to have people strong like these folks here that's going to go to battle for you, and they have to know what to ask for. There's a lot of good companies that are coming in here, and I was the first one to raise my hand when I ran for office. I support wind and solar, as long as they're going to be good neighbors. If they're not going to be good neighbors, I'm going to fight back. In this case, we had folks on the other end who's coming over here now, who treated them like dirt, like you, and I'm not going to mention their names, but now we have a company, Sunpower, who came to us a year ago and said, we'd like to sit down and buy you lunch and talk to you. We said, we'll buy our own lunch, and we'll talk to you. They promised. After they got their conditional use permit, they would sit down and talk to us about our community. We'll mitigate, we'll see what the community needs. Today, we got a check from one of the solar companies, and the deal is a nice deal for the community. They usually get a check for $45,000 to help in the community. And this is 2 different town councils that's trying to get that. The other town councils are all working together because we're in there saying this is what we want to do. We want a co-op. We deserve to have people like this who, if they want their land and they want to put a solar project there, let it be part of a co-op for the whole valley. We were able to bring our people together 2 years ago, and they supported the solar project because they wanted to start their own co-op. We've been out there looking at our own panels, our own wind, and it's there. But we have to work together as neighbors, and I won't put up with things like this. I'll be the first one to donate money to the attorney to fight back. That's the reason I'm here and the reason I'm going to fight, and I'll fight for people like this. Because companies come in and they say to us, we got our permits, we don't need you anymore. I don't know how many times you know that. We went to meetings every week with one company. We asked for safety data sheet. We asked for how much water use. Oh, we'll get back to you. You have to take a stand. We've been through it 2 years ago. If you don't take a stand and you don't have a strong town council to go in there and mitigate for you, you're going to lose. You're going to end up exactly what's happening now. We had people, same thing. We stopped it.